Well, it's a special occasion today because both you and I, both of us are going to have a quality time with the first ever electric Rolls Royce, the Spectre. And I am in love with that name because it's one of my most favorite characters, Harvey Spectre from Suits. And as in season 5, he was out on a mission. I want a Tesla mission. I am damn sure that is now going to change to I want a Rolls Royce Spectre mission because the car is that special and it's full of details. So I'm going to show you all of that. It's highly bespoke model. I'm Shivam Parasa. You're watching Park Plus, your car app. Do subscribe to our channel, do hit the bell icon to stay notified, and do head to the app for all the updates in the Indian car bazaar. Let's get on a date with this baby. So let's begin right with the looks first. Now this is a spiritual successor to the Phantom Coupe and you get to see that iconic silhouette here and the iconic Rolls Royce front end. But aerodynamically the car has been enhanced. The spirit of ecstasy itself. Now this has gone under testing for 830 hours in the wind tunnel to go with the overall aerodynamism of the car, the wraparound finish that you have here, the long hood line, everything has been molded to give that aerodynamic appeal, and that reflects when you get behind the wheel of the car. But let's stick to the design first. The grille itself, it's the widest grille you see on the Rolls Royce and it is illuminated. So the Pantheon grille, it comes with 22 LEDs that are tucked right here, and when they lit at night it looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, the overall detailing, the kind of sculpting you have here on the headlight panel, you have a very sleek DRL here up top and the headlight right here in the bumper, and the overall width of the car, 2144 millimeters to be precise. Now it definitely boggles your mind, and the kind of road presence it has is unbeatable. And similarly, when you walk towards the profile of the car, 5475 millimeters long, that quite a length for a coupe, and again substantiated by these 23-inch alloy wheels. Now these are massive and these are the biggest alloy wheels you see in a production coupe in the last 20 years. So आप सोच सकते हैं कि कितनी बड़ी इसकी size होगी. And again, I think even the profile is adequate for a regular tarmac. Now because the length is so long, the coach line, the iconic coach line that you see on a Rolls Royce, even this is the longest you have seen in any coupe model so far. And overall what I love here is that the design is not busy. Panels are quite flat, neat chrome detailing, and more than that, Rolls Royce hasn't tried anything to tell you that okay, it's an electric. They haven't overdone it in any way possible. And similarly, that reflects on the rear of the car because you get to see those Phantom Coupe details more so. So these vertical tail lights, for instance, looks lovely, and the width here again gives you that road presence and the charm you expect from a Rolls Royce. But ये तो बात हमने कर ली इसकी design exterior के बारे में. It's a highly bespoke model and all that customization option gets even accentuated on the inside. So let's go and check out that. So it's on the inside, you will get to see how highly bespoke this cabin is. Everything, like all the material, all the inlays, everything is customizable. You can choose it according to your taste, and even the piping of the seat or the overall upholstery, आप ये सब change करवा सकते हैं. Even the inlays on the dashboard, ये जो piano black surface है, you can replace this with wood inlays with the inlays of your choice, and the screens in front of me. So you get screens on the entire expanse of the dashboard, the touch screen, the digital instrument cluster, the background, the interface, the UI is again customizable. So everything will be built as per your taste and as per your requirement. But what you would love and probably you would just not want to replace are the shooting star inlays you get to see on the roofline right here, and these extend to these door pads as well. So 4796 LEDs have been embedded on the roofline and on the door pads together to give you that shooting star vibe. And together in amalgamation, when they lit up in night, you just don't want to leave this space. Yes, it looks downright gorgeous. And obviously I'm not going to get into detail of features because it gets everything you can imagine, all the modern tech and features. So you have wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, you have all sort of apps here, obviously dual zone climate control, actually 4-zone climate control even for the rear passengers. We'll check that space in time. But what you love is attention to detail. all A-rated material you get to see here. The finish on the knobs, the piano black finish, everything feels top notch, and obviously you expect that from a Rolls Royce. The position when you see, because see, now this is something, this is a Rolls Royce that is not chauffeur driven. You will want to get behind the wheel because it has that kind of performance and the kind of position that you get here from the seat. The view outside is again commendable. Yes, out in the traffic, out in the city, you will have to be a bit careful because the car is that wide, but it has got rear wheel steering as well, so it's very easy to maneuver and navigate through the city traffic when you will be speeding up, and they'll turn inwards to give you more agility, and when you will be parking the car, they will turn in the opposite direction to give you that tight turning radius. So driving this shouldn't be that big of a problem even in the city. And more than that, again, when you will be behind the wheel, you are going to love the performance because it gets a 102 kilowatt hour battery pack, and that belts out 584 brake horsepower and a whopping 900 newton meters of peak torque, delivering 530 kilometers of claimed range. But what's even more interesting, that it clocks triple digit speeds, 0 to 100 kilometers per hour run in just 4.4 seconds, and that is performance car territory. So yes, just propelling this behemoth of a car, it weighs over 2800 kilos, and propelling this to 0 to 100 in just 4.4 seconds is commendable. And the electric power, again, you are going to enjoy that instant torque. More on that hopefully when we'll get behind the wheel and out on the road, we'll get you that detail. Now that was my first impression from the first row. Now let's check out the rear seat for those who will be going to spend your time there. So basically for your children or for your friends, let's check out how that space is. So getting onto the rear seat is not that difficult thanks to the big door well here. And obviously you won't need to close the door because the driver, who will be driving the car, will press the brakes and the doors will be closed. But let's see how is the knee room here. Now the seat is comfortable, obviously under thigh support or the overall comfort, you just can't complain in that regard. Now knee room then, honestly it's not that bad as I was expecting. Now my knees are not brushing against the seat right here, the driver's seat, and let's say if I'm that lucky to have a friend who owns a Rolls Royce, I won't mind spending some time at the back of this seat. Now obviously you will feel a bit hemmed in because the window line, again, it's a sloping window line, so the sense of space is not that accentuated, but again you don't mind that because you have a proper vision of the roof line here with all that shooting star treatment you get to see. And again, in terms of features, in terms of overall thing that will give you extra comfort, feature comforts, you have all of them. You have 2-zone climate control even at the rear here, so 4-zone climate control overall as I said before, and you have your own charging ports, and you have a comfortable seat to just recline, and obviously it comes with that esteemed magic carpet, right? So you are not going to be uncomfortable whatsoever. And this is where you need to plug in to charge the Rolls Royce Spectre, and using a 195 kilowatt DC fast charger will help you to charge this from 10 to 80% in just 34 minutes, and that's quite fast. And then 10 to 80% charge happens in 95 minutes using a 50 kilowatt DC fast charger. और फिर Rolls Royce की ऐप को यूज करके आप नियर बाई चार्जिंग स्टेशन भी लोकेट कर सकते हैं, और you can call a mobile charger where the car is. And finally, the most important detail, how much you will end up paying for this spirit of ecstasy. Well, 7 crore 50 lakh rupees ex-showroom is approximately what you will be paying for the Rolls Royce Spectre, depending on the customization that you choose, and the on-road price will be over and above that. So let us know that will you ever spend 7.5 crores on an electric Rolls Royce in the comments below, and keep following Park Plus Your Car app for all the updates in the Indian Car Bazaar. I am Shubham Parashar and I'll see you soon.